everybody. I'm excited, super excited. Granger Smith is here with me. Welcome to the corner.
Good to be here. The corner looks beautiful.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, it's really awesome.
It's like, it's really going
It's
big.
gonna get way bigger.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have like, a whole room, and then
A new office, new space.
Yeah. Make sure we tell the boss that later.
Okay, I'll tell him. Pass the word.
So what's going on with you?
A lot.
Yeah.
Just rolling through. Dealing with two different musical artists at the same time.
Yes.
Trying to release singles from both of them at the same time.
Yeah, we want to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, okay, well let's start with Granger first.
Okay.
So what's on the agenda for Granger Smith these days?
We've got a new single coming out end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're excited about that, and we've got a new album spring of 2013.
Awesome.
And so we're in the studio, so we're just pounding it out. We'll be doing that all until January.
Okay.
So I have my home studio, so my guys come in and we just come in and out. If we don't like something, we come back, and sometimes it gets annoying because I'll invite the same guy back 4 times for the same thing, and he said, "I thought we just did this last week," and
right.
But I woke up the next morning and wasn't happy. So
right.
That's how it is.
That's what happens when you're in charge too. When your name's
yeah.
on the
Hear that, guys? Okay. Good.
Yeah, you can blame me for that.
Yeah.
And you also have a little one.
Yes.
And how is she?
She's doing awesome. Growing up so fast. She's a year now that this airs,
yeah.
right? She's a year old, so time flew by, and it's been so fun. Everybody says, does it change your life? Of course, it changes my life. It changes perspective out on the road, and it makes those Sunday drives so much better coming back to see her, and then it's awesome.
So, new album, that's exciting. Is there anything big for 2013? Can't believe we're already talking about that.
Oh gosh, I mean, every time we start a new year, I think back at the previous year and I think, wow, that was a really big year. And then I look back and I go, how did I even think that was big compared to what we're doing now?
Yeah.
It's just always like that. So that's the only thing I could hope for, is that 2013 will be as big as 2012, and which was bigger than 2011. That's all I could hope for. And you never know in this business. You never know what's around the next turn. And I think that's what keeps me in it.
Yeah.
I think that's because I can never get bored. There's always something else to be doing or creating or deciding. And so I think, or revamping. So I think if I was in a desk job doing something or anything else, I would get completely bored. And I have no idea what's going to happen in 2013 besides running this new record, so I'm excited.
Good, that's awesome. Well, let's switch gears and talk about that other musical artist in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm talking about Earl Jr. Now, is that your evil twin, or how did that come about?
It came about because people have been throwing around that term alter ego.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right or not, but I didn't plan any of it. It's not like we marked out a chart and said, okay, then we're going to create this alter ego, then we're going to put out a song, then we're going to, it just didn't happen that way. My brother and I, both of my brothers we've been making videos for a long time.
Yeah.
Longer than I've been in music. And so I have these characters that I'll speak for people on the side of the road as we're driving by, and Earl Jr. is a combination of a couple of my uncles that I have.
Okay.
And he is just right on with these 2 uncles. If you put them together and you have a conversation with them, a lot of times it's like talking to Earl.
Okay.
And so one day we decided to make a video. We had a day off, and we're out at my parents' place, and there's an abandoned home up there. Mm-hmm. So we grabbed some overalls, we grabbed that white wife beater t-shirt, and we went down there, and on the way in the truck, that green truck, which was my first truck I learned to drive in, and my first truck that I drove to school, and I broke the door off of and flipped. That's why it's so messed up.
Oh, wow.
Because that was me when I was 16, 17 years old. Anyway, we're driving down to this house, and we said, what is this guy going to say? Well, let's just go through a monologue of the day. I wake up, put a good dip in, crack a cold one, get dressed, start the day. And so we decided we'd put him on the porch and talk this monologue, and then we'd act out all the scenes, and it'd be easy. We put it out on YouTube. People might think it's funny, they might not, but we thought it was funny.
Yeah.
We put it out, and all of a sudden it started getting all these hits, and people started coming to our shows, and they were dressed in overalls, and they were chanting, put a good dip in, and they were holding up signs saying, crack a cold one. We thought, what is going on? It just connected. We never planned for it to connect like that. So then we thought, by this summer, it had 500,000 views, and we thought, we should write a song for him. We should write a song and do a music video. It would be the logical next step.
Right.
So we did that. We wrote the song. The song was easy. I just had to put a melody to what he was already doing.
Yeah.
Wake up, put a dip in, you know. So we did that, and we went back out to my parents' ranch and did the same exact thing. Then we put that out, and we just knew we had to play it at shows.
Yeah.
And that wasn't part of the plan either. The plan was never to bring Earl to my shows. But we realized that at some point we would probably get booed off the stage if we didn't.
If you didn't,
because people were only coming for that.
Wow.
And nothing else. A lot of people didn't even know my music at all. They knew Earl Dibbles was playing that night because the club started promoting it as Granger Smith and Earl Dibbles Friday night.
Wow.
And people came not thinking it was two people.
Right.
So, like I said, we're just learning this. We're taking this step by step. We don't know exactly what we're doing, but it's been so fun to change the pace, and for the band and me both to go. And when we know it's a big crowd, we know they're ready for it. I'll have the Earl get up ready to go backstage.
Yeah.
And so at the last song of the night, I'll leave and go put the get up on, and walking back out there like I'm the big headliner of the show.
Right.
And it's like a whole different show.
Awesome. It is so awesome.
It's really fun.
Well, I think it's great. I mean, I think it's wonderful for you guys that y'all get to have a little fun. But I mean, it's really, Earl really speaks to a lot of people.
You know, what's crazy is I started learning this recently. Is we'd go to places like around Fort Hood, and we'd hear people say, "I was in Afghanistan. We're having the worst day," and then me and all my buddies were piled around the computer watching this, and it just made us laugh. And I thought, if anything, that's what Dibbles is doing. You know, if we could just make people laugh and make people smile and not take their day, whatever they're doing, so seriously, if that just takes them out of it just for a minute, then it kind of goes back to everything I've been trying to do in the first place.
Yeah.
And so then this stupid, ridiculous idea that we came up with, in the long run, it's actually for good.
Yeah, that's great. Well, good. I'm proud of you. I think it's awesome.
Thanks.
I think it's really funny. But I also want to bring something up.
Mm-hmm.
You have this thing about, like you said, you like doing videos and you have characters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was one particular character not too many years ago that you've kind of done. And where did that come from?
That was not too long ago. I remember.
Ooh.
My dear Katie, happy birthday, Texas Music Chart. Here's to the first of many decades. All the best, Granger Smith.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again for coming and seeing us
Sure.
at the corner. I really appreciate it, even if you do have a tendency to, make fun of people.
Sorry. I mean, I do Earl Dibbles too, so I'm making fun of myself, so no offense to you at all.
None.
Right?
None
Okay,
taken.
okay,
None.
good.
So it's all good. All right, so come back and visit us.
I
soon.
will.
And
Thanks for having me.
Definitely bring Earl.
I will.